Here we have the car loan activity. This will be the exercise that will use a budget to purchase a car. So the first thing you'll need to do is open the actual Google Doc assignment. Make sure that you're logged in and perform a file and make a copy. And this will give you your own, change the name here, add your own name if you need to. This will give you your own copy that you can edit and turn in. So in order to start the car loan activity, we're going to need access to our electronic budget or our budget that we created earlier in class. This is the one where you picked a job and had a list of tracked expenses. You can either get that budget from your Google Drive, or if necessary, you can go to the finance website and click on the budgets by job and select the job in the list here that you had picked earlier. Just want to be consistent. I'm going to go ahead and select teacher. And you just want to have that handy for some numbers that we're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and use one little zoom here. And zoom in on the numbers so that I can see them a little better. All right, so going back to my copy of the car loan activity, just a couple of things to bear in mind here in this paragraph. The expenses are what they are. We can't be cutting expenses or changing expenses. We need to find a vehicle that will fit within our current budget as it is. So we've got some questions here. What are our total monthly expenses before the car? So if we come back to our budget, we can scroll to the bottom of that, and the electronic budget, anyway, conveniently adds up our total expenses for us. If you're using your paper budgets, then you would need to have added all of your expenses and wrote that number down here at the bottom. So we're going to copy that number into our Google Sheet. It's then going to ask how much are we saving, and again, the budget, whether the electronic or the paper, provides that for us up here. And that was our savings. So at 20%, we are saving as a school teacher $682.20. Our retirement account, which is our investing, we save for spending and invest for retiring. So our retirement accounts, our investing activity at 10% is 34110. 34110. And our charitable contributions also at 10% would be 34110. So now the question is, how much additional surplus or additional savings do we have at the end of the month that we could allocate towards a new car payment? So if we scroll to the bottom of our budget or look at the bottom of your paper budget, the leftover amounts after your last expenses incurred, that is how much we can apply towards a new car payment, all else being equal. So we'll talk a little more about that change there. You should have actually know why we can't use all of this money from last class period's PowerPoint. But it's 170.60. Okay. So 170.60 is the most that we can put towards an additional car. However, honestly, and in real life, you would want to use considerably less than this, maybe even as much as $50 less than this. The idea being, since we are getting a new car, we might be driving more, so our fuel expense will go up. If this is a new car, like we're adding a car to our existing budget, then we're going to start bringing in car insurance for a second car, which can be expensive. If we're just exchanging a current car for this newer car, our insurance may still go up, albeit not quite as dramatically as if we're adding a whole new car to it. So generally, you want to not use all of your surplus. Then you're just living paycheck to paycheck and not happy. All right, so we're going to continue this in a second video where we'll then go through how to use these first numbers to get going. But this at least takes care of kind of setting up our car loan activity.